Party people, in the place to be, what's going on? It's me. This comes to us via The Hollywood Reporter. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air drama reboot in the works. It's happening. Based on Morgan Cooper's viral YouTube trailer, the update from Will Smith, Benny Medina, and Quincy Jones is currently being shopped to streamers including HBO Max, Peacock, and Netflix, among others. Now this is a story all about how a viral YouTube trailer is becoming a hot TV series. Ba-dum-bum. Will Smith and Morgan Cooper are teaming to adapt the latter's dramatic reimagination of the former beloved NBC comedy The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Bel-Air is described as a dramatic take on the beloved 1990s comedy that catapulted Smith to stardom over 6 seasons, starring as the street-smart kid who moved from West Philly to the Tony Los Angeles neighborhood. To the what? West Philly to the Tony Los Angeles neighborhood? What? Is that a thing? So Tony apparently means of high tone, affecting social elegance. Huh. Didn't know that. Thanks, Hollywood Reporter. With a reimagined vision, Bel-Air will dive deeper into the inherent conflicts, emotions, and biases of what it means to be a black man in America today, while still delivering the swagger and fun nods to the original show. Of course, you gotta have the fun nods. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that the new Bel-Air has been in the works for more than a year after the 4-minute clip went viral when it was posted March 2019. And caught Smith's attention. Cooper, a Fresh Prince superfan, created and directed the trailer that reimagined the series as if it were a drama. He will co-write the script, direct, and be credited as co-EP. The drama series is currently being shopped to streamers and is a co-production between Smith's Westbrook Studios and original producers Universal Television. Sources tell the Hollywood Reporter that Peacock, Netflix, and HBO Max are among the streamers who are bidding on the potential series. Well, wouldn't Peacock want it if they originally, wouldn't they have, first refusal and, make sure that they fucking get it? That makes sense. HBO Max is currently the current streaming home of the original series. Oh, so that's why they're in the mix. Original series producer Smith, Quincy Jones, and Benny Medina, as well as creators Andy and Susan Borowitz, are all set to return as exec producers. Chris Collins, The Wire, Crash, Sons of Anarchy, will serve as showrunner, executive producer, and is set to co-write the script alongside Cooper. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air ran from 1990 to 1996 on NBC and was produced by Jones Warner Brothers Television and what became Universal Television. Smith starred alongside James Avery, Alfonso Ribeiro, Karen Parsons, Tatiana M. Ali, Joseph Marcel, and Jeanette Hubert Whitten / Daphne Maxwell Reid. Smith has remained close to the cast, except for Hubert Smith, has remained close to the cast and recently reunited with everyone except the original on Snapchat. Reboots remain in high demand across broadcast, cable, and streaming platforms as they come with built-in recognition and a viewership with built-in awareness, helping to reduce the cost of marketing and making it easier to cut through a crowded landscape. Except for that crowded landscape is now crowded with reboots. Key to reboots is having the original creators and studios attached. Yes, because they usually bring the original heart, which Bel-Air has in spades. Miguel Melendez and Westbrook's career are also attached to executive produce. I kind of saw it coming. I saw the original thing, and I saw Will Smith's reaction to it, and I was like, well, at this point, he kind of has to work with that kid now, right? He has to work with that kid. Otherwise, he's a complete and total dick. He's got to at least try to work with him on something. And it's smart of him to try to work with him on this. Will Smith gets all the money without having to do pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. As long as they keep the heart of the show. And this is what it all comes down to. Anytime you're talking about a reboot, anytime you're talking about a continuation, anytime you're talking about something like that, you gotta keep that heart of the original. You gotta keep that heart of the original. And hopefully the medium you're working in is close enough to, if not the exact same medium, of the original. Hopefully. That helps. It's like you're not crossing over a TV show to a movie necessarily, right? Because a lot of times that doesn't necessarily work, or vice versa. Actually, sometimes that works better. Although sometimes it doesn't. Like, She's Gotta Have It. She's Gotta Have It TV show sucks compared to the movie. And really kind of on its own once you get past a lot of the first season. So, it continued on too much. It explored too much of the original property. This might do that. It might not. If you're in it, obviously it's a drama, so it's going to be twice as long. So it runs the risk of creating more material than it necessarily needs. It runs the risk of over exploring aspects and character traits, etc., of the characters that they're working with. It runs that risk. However, with the original, and kind of even more so with the originals, because over the years, these creators have these ideas, have these fleeting moments of what they should have done, could have done, would have done if they had the chance, tried to do but didn't get away with then, and now they can understand that what they can get away with, especially if they're on a streaming platform. They have different freedoms to do different things, especially if they're on a conglomerate like Peacock, where they're probably not paying that close attention to what they actually do versus the numbers they create. So they can get a little bit more exploratory, a little bit more artistic with their interpretations. Sometimes that works. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's not. I don't know if this will be... I don't think it'll be bad. Here's what I'll say. I don't think it'll be bad. I think it has the potential to... I don't even necessarily say it has the potential to overexpose itself or overindulge, be over preachy. Like, possibly. Because the original was a sitcom. Sitcoms aren't meant to necessarily be preachy all the time unless they're all in the family. So while Fresh Prince had its moments, what do you want me, man? And give me the gun, Carlton. And while I had those moments, that wasn't the core of the show. The show was a sitcom and meant to be funny and make you laugh. It occasionally did a very special episode shit, but it wasn't all the time. This will be all the time. But it'll be a drama, so that tone is what you kind of expect from it. I feel like the overtures, especially now, they're in the process of filming this now, with the climate the way it is, and everybody's marching and fighting for something, it can run that risk. Even if it pulls it off tactfully, it runs into maybe not much of an obstacle. Maybe it's just an obstacle for me, but it runs into a thing where maybe it can be a thing where the audience isn't as strong for it because the audience is looking for an escape from the things that they're projecting in the show. Whether they do it well or not, whether they pull it off or not, you do have this thing sometimes where it's like, I know what's going on outside. I don't want to watch that now. I want to watch a sitcom. I want to watch a stupid comedy. I want to watch a stoner thing. I want to watch a mystery that has absolutely no intellectual value whatsoever. And, I want to watch a sci-fi thing, I want to watch something other than what the world is right now. I want a respite from that. So I don't think that'll be too strong with a lot of people. It might detour me from watching it for a while. But it might have a nice enough balance of focusing on the actual interpersonal relationships and the actual growing and maturity and developing of those relationships with just the characters, no matter what color they are, and also counterbalance that with the social issues that are happening of the day. Or it could just turn heavily into it and be, in the heat of the night and only talk about that, right? And be just an alternate universe version of that. I don't see it being, a CW type show where where everything, regardless of what the original plot is, just breaks down into stupid, shitty love triangles and will they, won't they bullshits. Like, you'll probably get that once or twice, but it'll be more focused on what's happening in the world, it sounds like. And that could work. It'll definitely work numbers wise. Like, they'll get numbers because you'll get people who remember it and loved it, etc., etc. But in terms of the actual quality of the work, it could go either way. It could go either way. I'm not unexcited for this. I like the trailer. I liked it more as a concept on its own, though. I liked it more as just this amorphous idea on its own versus an actual execution of it. Because I don't necessarily want the execution of a serious version of it. I like the, it's not going to take away from, what it was in the past, etc., etc. Probably not, unless they retcon some shit or shoehorn a guest appearance in it that makes its continuity in line with this continuity somehow in some strange fucking universe. But I don't know. I like the drama version of Bel-Air more as a concept and a YouTube video than I think I like that concept being made into a real life actual show. I'm not getting any red flags, because again, you got people who were originally involved, and they still the heart will probably still be there, at least to some extent, but it just might be preachy entirely the entire time, which will work for an audience, but it'll also deter an audience because there are audience members that just want a distraction, kind of like my videos are a distraction for you, party people, which is why you need to go down there in the comment section, like, share, subscribe, or dislike if you want to. It's engagement. I don't give a fuck. Click and clack on your type machines and tell me how bad and wrong I am or how good and sexy I am. Either way, it works for me. Down there in the comment section, like, share, subscribe. Patreon.com/surreal469, subscribestar.com/surreal469 are 2 places you need to go to help keep the lights and the drinks flowing at the party. Pinkies up. Got a podcast that drops every Thursday. I got things that happen on the channel all the time. Check in here regularly so you can see what the fuck is happening. In the meantime, in between time, party people, cheers.
I'm a nice guy, I'm a nice place, with a nice smile on my nice face. Turn your back and I'm making sure my night's straight. And when you're out of town, I'll be making sure your wife's straight.